Yo, yes, people. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. Later than scheduled, we are a day later. That is simply because there was a LA Lakers stream yesterday. So because there was an NBA stream yesterday and there wasn't one today, that's why you didn't get it Sunday night and you are now getting it Monday night. But you will still get the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on Wednesday night, so in a couple days, and then on Sundays. And then for the foreseeable, it'll be the same every Wednesday night, every Sunday night. But like I start each and every show on the channel, big up to everybody who is supporting Sarcasm City TV in whatever capacity is much appreciated, and it does not go unnoticed. So love to everyone who's supporting, whether you watch the shows live, have it on in the background, whether you watch the shows live and you're in the comments, or whether you listen via one of the audio platforms as well. But please make sure, whether you're watching this live right now or you are watching this back, hit the like button on the video. Vitally important you do that. Hit the like button on the video, share it across all the socials, and subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. Make sure when you subscribe, you hit the notification bell, roll to 4K. And for those that are new here, this is the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where you lot in the show, you lot in the comments, run the show. You lot in the comments, run the show, and you get to ask us any sporting questions, past or present. So any sport, it doesn't have to be football. I know this is titled International Break Settings, but anything you want to ask. So it can be football, past and present. It can be basketball. It can be boxing. It can be tennis. It can be F1. It can be cricket. Any sport, feel free to ask us about. And I'm joined by one of my co-hosts in the building, my like Timo. What are you telling me, man? You good?
Yeah, all good, all good. Standard weekend though. Standard weekend of football, I would say.
Have you been enjoying the international break?
Very much so, apart from the England game, because I know everyone really frustrated and want to talk about that game.
I didn't even watch it. I'm not gonna lie. What happened in the game?
It was very poor. It was Switzerland literally schooled these lot. They're lucky to get a penalty from Harry Kane.
Was it friendly?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a friendly. It was a friendly, and it was awful performance all around. Henderson got schooled by Xhaka in the weekend.
Mazo, you lot get your go on, fam.
I was gonna say, fucking hell, I'll be at Wembley later tonight. Fucking Pepe gonna school Maguire then. Oh my god.
Wait, do England play tonight?
Yes, Ivory Coast.
Oh, is it? Okay. Like I really don't pay international football outside of like the major tournaments, so your World Cups and your Euros. I don't really pay it much mind. I don't pay it much attention whatsoever. I really, really don't. I'm not for it whatsoever. Big up to Nippin in the Cup. Says hello. Big up Jeff with his resident Arsenal shit. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Nippin saying, let's all take a moment and laugh at Italy. Justice for trying to kill Saka. You tried to kill Saka. What are you talking about, Nippin? What did I miss? What are you talking about? Did I miss something? Please elaborate. Oh yeah, shit, Jazz, I've not forgot you. I'm gonna send you the link now, my guy, if you want to jump on. What's he talking about?
We can safely say that last few World Cup, I would say, Italy won the World Cup in 06. So Spain won the World Cup in 10. I would say Germany in 2014. I would say last three World Cup winners haven't had a better year pre to World Cup this year. Spain literally on rebuilding process, including Germany as well. Italy just won the Euros a couple months ago. But then I feel like they'll underperform solely because I don't think it's mainly Jorginho's fault. Everyone's I've seen on the timeline being blaming Jorginho. If you look at that midfield three again, it consists of multiple superstars. You got Verratti in there, you got Barella, you got Jorginho in that midfield. That front three was inexcusable. Right, let me check the front three again for the Italy. But
they're not a very good side. They're not a very good team.
I have no idea why people are hyping up they win the Euros as if they were a very good team at that time.
Well, they have a good defense. Like they're very well organized. They're well drilled. They have a good defense. I've done it. Just they have a good defense and they have a good and they have two exceptional midfielders in Jorginho and Verratti. Like that's it. Solid base. But that Italy side is not a fantastic Italian side, and we're seeing that. Now, I said this during the Euros, well, beforehand, even though they won it and they deserved to win it, that they weren't nothing special. And this goes to show. How you get knocked out in the playoffs by North Macedonia? It's not like they got knocked out by Portugal or like another elite nation. It's not even like they got beat like by Switzerland. They got beat by Croatia. North Macedonia. But yeah, Nippon wants to know as well. Are you going to the England game, Timo? I think you just said that.
I'll be there. I'll be there tonight. You know what? Why not? Really, like I haven't been in England game for a while, but just want to enjoy the atmosphere and vibe as a football fan, you know, because it's been a tough week for the as a whole. Like you want to see your get your team week in week out, but it's just kind of like want to see some more football. Like, it feels kind of like without football, nothing really come alive. That's why I want to see like international games for once at least.
No, I hear that, fam. I hear that. What you gotta do? Nigeria, Ghana will be good, probably. Also, because he didn't try and kill him, man, need to relax. So because Chiellini pulled back, it was a professional foul. We see that all the time. Like that's nothing new in football. Why are we hanging Chiellini for doing that? To check your DMs, Jez. I swear I just sent it to your DMs. That's why I just linked you, sent it to your DMs in Twitter. I was gonna say, yeah, it was a professional. Why are England fans so mad about what Chiellini did to Saka? I don't get it. Not all.
Let me give you the starting lineup.
Go on.
The difference for like 7 months now. So back four for Italy, they got Di Lorenzo, Bonucci, Chiellini, and Emerson. Same midfield three. Difference is they got Chiesa up front instead of Berardi at that time, plus Insigne. In this team, you got Florenzi on the right. The difference, Florenzi, Mancini from Inter Milan. Is he from Inter Milan? I don't know. Bastoni is still that young, and also Berardi up front. Literally, it's the same, almost the same, apart from Florenzi, Berardi, and Mancini. Chiellini was on the bench. Tonali was on the bench. Spinazzola wasn't there as well. I forgot about Spinazzola.
Yeah, but yeah, Spinazzola did play well in the Euros. Welcome to the show, man. Like Jez as well. Yes, Jez, were you telling me you good?
I'm good, guys. I hope you guys are good as well. And the chat as well.
Oh, bless, fam. You already know. Keeping things taking over.
Right now?
Literally about, because Nippon's been on about this, and I've seen other people, but Chiellini, it was a professional foul. You see that happen in football on a regular basis. What's he supposed to do? Let Saka go and score?
It's like me right there. I'm two-footing him right there. Like what Chiellini did there was soft, in my opinion. Like you other players taking him out, whatever it needs, because Chiellini has played the game long enough to know if Saka goes through, he might gonna score and nobody's gonna catch up. He played long enough, so he took the foul. And should he gotten a red card for it? You can debate that. It's another debate for me, but his decision to do that wasn't the wrong decision, and I don't get where those English fans are coming from in laughing at Italy not making the World Cup when, ironically, they lost to them in the final. Like it just makes them look more stupider than before, in my opinion.
Facts. Like I don't understand that part. Like I don't get it in regards to this England-Italy beef. Well, it's all one-sided. They beat you in the final, fair and square. Like it wasn't anything. It's not like it was a dodgy decision or they were dirty or something happened in the game. You lost the final. It happens. You're over it. I would not rejoice in. It's like that would be like when France beat Croatia in the World Cup final, and then France going out in the Euros, and then Croatian fans celebrating it. Like I don't get it. That would make no sense. Yeah, see, want to get to it, man. How many times you gonna write the same comment? Relax, man. This guy just doing too much. Hey, relax.
What's the comment?
I'm saying because he's mentioned Barella, because I was speaking about, me and Timo was speaking about Italy not being like a great side, but having it. Well, I said they've got a great defense. They're very well organized, well drilled, and have two exceptional players in midfield. I've not seen enough of Barella to say that he's good or he's not. I'm just saying from what I've seen, when I've seen him, he's nothing special, but I could be wrong. I'm not going to judge him. But what I am going to say is I've seen enough of Jorginho and Verratti to say that they are exceptional talent and very, very good.
I mean, all I can say this to is, but I really rate Barella. But I can't sit here and say he had a good season. Like when I listen to Inter fans, even that game against North Macedonia, all the Italy fans that weren't really that happy about his performance on that day. And even this season alone, he hasn't really performed well. Like he's a good player, but his performances aren't really as great as people make it out to be, because he's kind of like the wonder boy of Italy. Like he's that kid, you know.
You lot continue to get your questions in. Get your questions in, people. Any sport, past or present. Of course, members' comments do take priority like a super chat. So if you see me going to the same names, it's not because I'm ignoring anybody. Legit, that's how it works. If you are a member, that is one of the perks. Of course, if you super chat, I will put your comment up straight away as well. But love to everyone who's supporting. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. Yeah, C1, it's calm. It's not just that, how they mocked us as well. Yeah, man, you have to hold that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you lost.
Look, banter, you can banter all you want. Like it's not that deep.
Yeah, they mocked it. It's not like it was personal and that. It's coming Rome and all. Like that's all he said. Like that happened.
And you got to look at it as well that way. Like it's like when I really look at it from after the Germany win, which I thought they weren't even that great that day. In my opinion, they just was getting that goal. They getting the go ahead, and then Germany had to go everything to kind of get the equalizer, and they got the second goal. But after the game, the amount of England fans who said this is the trip to the final, and the certainty before the game saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna win this." So yeah, they just took the piss, and you got to understand as well. Italy are they have a lot of shithousery as a country, as a footballing nation. But you got to understand as well. So it's just a part of the game, but it's not that deep. Like it's not like somebody was offending somebody. What should I say?
The thing is, like, I'm not English, but I've seen some lots of English kind of like, because they really suffer without the international trophy. It makes them understandably so why they did it, why they always celebrate as coming home every year with pre-World Cup, pre-Euros. They always say that because it's their time, because because in their mind, like some of them already suffered. Like there's a reason there's a rhyme of the songs like 55 years of hurt. So at the same time, you've got to be realistic as well.
To be fair, they can hold that though.
Yeah. Barella 8 special, Kessie and Manasseh is big on my guy Snoop in the cut as well. Large ups to Snoop.
Hey, Snoop, isn't Kessie leaving to Barcelona?
Yeah, Kessie's on his way out.
On a free as well.
Yeah. Right. I just say, hey, Snoop, that wasn't me. For those that don't know, Snoop is one of the gang on GTA in it, and AC Milan fan, and he's not too happy with Kessie leaving, and he's a bit hurt by it. So, he gets a bit sensitive when people message it, when people mention it, should I say? Nippin, you're saying all I'm saying is they should be humble in victory. You saying that, Nippin, who runs jokes about everybody. You run banter about everyone. What are we talking about? What are we on about?
Like it's like saying you're gonna be in a final against Arsenal and you beat them. You're gonna banter them. You're gonna have that banter as well. Like you're not gonna be just humble with it. Like, come on.
Yeah, you're gonna tell them hold that. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna tell them hold that. That's exactly what you're gonna say to them and tell them to do. Like, without question, big up Snoop though. He says shout out to y'all. He also says don't start again, Flawless. See, what did I do? Did I mention it or did Jez say it? He always on my case about this Cassie thing. But that being said, Snoop, you'll be here to know that your guy, your goalkeeper, Mike Statman was bigging him up actually. He was talking about him earlier on today. Well, on the stream we did. Well, it's technically yesterday that he on the stream we did yesterday, and he was talking about him.
Man, he's a really great goalkeeper. Like I really rate him. I wanted him actually as a Ruiz replacement, come in as a backup for one season, then just him being the starter. Because I think he's so much better than Ruiz. Like some Spurs fans will probably not admit it because of the emotional attachment. But when I look at both of them, Mike Young is definitely better, just in all areas.
I said Cassie leaving ain't the problem. We getting a golden boy Ronaldo Sanchez. All right, let's go. Nippon says, question for you all, Barella or Grealish? I've not seen enough of Barella to answer that.
These are two different players. Like one is a
They're two
midfielder,
different
one is
players.
like a wide
One's a
player.
left wing, yeah.
Yeah, so I can't
Where
really
does
answer
Barella
that
play?
question.
Is he a 6 or
Midfield.
8?
Midfield
He's
three,
he's 8. He's 8.
Oh, he's an 8. Okay. Did he? Because he played in the Euros, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, alongside Jorginho and Ferrati.
Hmm.
Same midfield three as until against North Macedonia as well.
Basil. Flawless thoughts on Declan Rice price moving to 150. Who raised his price? Who said
That's
that?
what the reports are saying. Apparently, no, they're asking for 150.
Right. Oh yeah. G37 link. See, Snoop is jazz. It's not jazz. You know what I'm saying? At least get his name right, man. What's wrong with you, Snoop? I apologize on Snoop's behalf. You know what I'm saying? To even get your name right, fam. Ridiculous.
The thing is, Italy only lost one game in the World Cup qualifiers. Didn't they?
I don't know. You can argue that he was missing. Jorginho was missing penalties and for them doing
Oh,
the time as
don't
well.
tell me you're gonna blame this.
No. Listen. I didn't even say that. I said you can argue, but in the end, for me, I always said this. This is why I thought they're not going to win the Euros. It's because of the front three. Yeah, like I don't rate. I rate Insigne to a degree. Immobile, I always say he's the biggest forward I have ever seen. That he backs hella goals in the Serie A, but other than that, he doesn't really do anything. And Berardi as well is just hella inconsistent. Like he doesn't really do anything. So unless they're gonna, no, he's not that good. He's not that good. Like, I don't. He was linked to a couple Premier League clubs, but I never understood the hype though. Like so, yeah.
Bro, I've watched that game against. What the fuck? They should have been buried at that time though. I'll blame it on them.
Yeah, it's playing like I think everybody has to be playing. And I also have to say about the Italy kind of setup in terms of how they're bringing young players into their team is horrible. The way there are so many other players that you could have brought with them in other areas, wide players, midfielders, even probably a striker you could have found like Scamacca, Raspadori, like them kind of strikers as like a backup to Immobile in case he doesn't do anything. But nah, they decided to keep them or not play them, so it is what it is.
I hear that. And what's the app? Black Diamond, yeah, Snoop's cool, man. That's my guy, innit? Snoop's cool. You know what I'm saying? He just likes running banter, running jokes, innit? That's my guy. And he backs his team to, you know what I'm saying? So, I respect it.
Hey, I'm watching AC Milan. I'm watching them.
You watch AC Milan? You reckon they're going to win the title this season?
So unpredictable because it's like everybody can joke it at this point. So I gotta wait till the last day. I think it goes down to the last day of the season, to be honest.
So now Tonali's coming on against North Macedonia. Oh my days, it looks so bad at going forward, man. I generally can't see them winning any major trophies again. All right, they got lucky in the Euros, but
they need to pray that our strikers coming through. They got a couple other strikers other than Mobley coming through, but they need to bank.
He's washed, bro.
Can't be washed if you know it was good.
Chiesa's literally. When is Chiesa coming back, Jeff?
Yeah, the ACL, so it's going to be like a whole season. He's going to be out.
Good luck. He's not going to survive for the Euros. Sorry, the World Cup.
But anyways,
the next 4 years. So.
Tanipoli says thoughts on Van Gaal's comments on Ten Hag. A lot of Manchester United fans are triggered. A lot of Manchester United fans are triggered because what he said was the truth. I want to lie what he said about Manchester United being a commercial club. He's from the outside looking in. We can all see that. And the fact that Van Gaal has managed under this regime is also further proof what we've all thought from the outside looking in. So that's why United fans are triggered, because the truth hurts. They're mad at the wrong people. And Van Gaal and Ten Hag, I'm guessing, are cool. I don't know if to go as far as to say they're friends, but I know they're cool. So it makes sense of him telling him that. Like, I wouldn't let Timo, if I've worked somewhere and I know it's a bad environment and Timo might go get a job there, I'm going to tell Timo about the job, or Jez. That makes sense. You're going to. Like, if Timo's been on a certain channel and then that certain channel invites me, I'm going to ask Timo about that channel. Or if it's bad over there, Timo's going to say, watch out for this person, watch out for that, etc., etc. Like, United fans are just sensitive, innit? And they're just mad at the wrong people. He didn't say anything wrong because we haven't been successful for so long because of our regime and because we don't make footballing decisions. We don't. This is why you get Luke Shaw talking about, I don't feel loved. Basically, I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said. I'll talk more on it later on today when I do Man Them United. But yeah, Luke Shaw talking about, I don't feel loved. Win something. Maguire said the same. Like, what do you expect? You might have gone 5 years without a trophy.
6.
You just dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hilarious guy. Huh? When the last time you won a trophy? Let's talk about that, Jez. Huh?
Hey.
Huh?
We were holding the Oldie Cup like 2019.
Huh? When
was the last
time you don't won a trophy?
When was the last time? Yeah, when was the last time United actually hold like any sort of trophy, even the non-competitive ones? Yeah.
More recent than you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which one?
I have no idea. What did you say? Competitive or non-competitive?
Both.
This guy counting Aldi Cups. Yo, talk to your man's in it. This is your guy, Timo. You know? Talk to your guy. That's your guy.
I'm just saying.
Spurs fans. You a big fan of Spurs fans. Talk to your man's.
What are you talking about?
No, he's
what am I talking about? You like Spurs fans, and he's a Spurs fan. Talk to your guy, innit?
I'm just gonna say Conte's gonna come back to Italy regardless.
Say that again. What was that?
Conte's going back to in Italy national team.
Who's going back to the Who's going back to the Italian national team?
Conte.
That's a whole.
Mancini's gone.
Yo, why? How? Wait. How did we get there from what I just said to you? What are you talking about, yo? Did you hear what I just said to you? I said talk to your guy because you like Spurs fans, and your response.
I know, I like Spurs fan, but I'm just saying that Conte's gonna leave. But yeah,
that was just random.
That's related to Spurs manager, isn't it?
I think it's a little bit random, but okay.
Crazy,
I mean, I think that would be very random for him to go to Italy. I think.
Why would you think it's
crazy? Yo.
Like, there's probably gonna be jobs available after Spurs.
This guy's crazy, yo. Big up Black Diamond. But yeah, that's why United fans are triggered. And plus, all the big fan bases, so whether it's United, whether it's Spurs, Chelsea, Liverpool, when someone says something bad about him, you get all the fake outrage from fans and that. I don't care in it, like what Van Gaal said. It doesn't affect me. He's right, but even if he was wrong, it wouldn't bother me. To be like, all right.
That's the funny thing as well. Like, when I look at it, even though I was just making the trophy 6 years before the trophy comment there, but
yeah,
when you really look at it, like 6 years before the trophy for Man United, that for me is worse than Spurs going before the trophy, competitive trophy for like 15 years. In my opinion,
absolutely.
Like how big United is as a brand compared to Spurs. Spurs going 15 years before the trophy isn't as bad as United go. Like even two seasons, even with United not winning a trophy is just bad enough. But 6, that's just outrageous. And those people in the club, like, it's ridiculous for them to just keep letting this continue. Like, I don't know. I don't know how United. Obviously, they love the club and that, but what are you saying? Is he really saying anything wrong? Like, I say this about Poch that he shouldn't go to Man United, in my opinion. Not because I have any sort of emotional attachment to him, right? Like that big, but because is it going to be guaranteed that they're actually going to be backing you to the full extent that you need? You don't want to have the same situation as you were at PSG, where like you go there, you think you're going to get a good job there, they're going to back you and that, but in reality, you don't even get much to say. So it is what it is.
Jez, are you honest? Are you an honest guy? Do you believe? All right, let me ask you this: do you believe? I swear you answered this. Do you believe Theo Hernandez is the best left back in the world? Just say no to piss off. We're going.
No, actually, my answer is actually no. Like, I think he's the second best after Alphonso Davies.
Yeah, hold that, Snoop. Hold that. Second best. Hold that. Runners up. Hold that. You know what I'm saying? Hold that, Snoop.
Like,
hey, Timo, I think you've answered this, but I can ask you this again. Who do you think the best left back is in the world?
That's what you said, Chilwell.
Alphonso Davies.
Yeah. My guy. See what I'm saying? See what we're talking about? And hey, I'm not hearing trophy jokes from AC Milan. When's the last time you won a trophy? This is what I'm talking about. AC Milan and Spurs fans talking about trophy droughts and that. It's not a comedian.
Hey, Odika.
I'm saying, Black Diamond, Snoop's just trolling in it. Snoop knows his football. He's legit trolling in it. Trust me. Disagree. Yeah, where did you get this Conte is going to be the next Italy manager from? Where did that happen?
Yeah.
Or did you just make that up?
Here's the thing, because I've had a crazy logic here. So this is what's going to happen. I think Ancelotti's going to retire after Real Madrid.
Okay.
Pochettino's going to be gone from PSG.
Mm-hmm.
Zidane going to French national team.
Mm-hmm.
So Ratnick's gonna leave. Ten Hag's coming in.
Yeah.
Conte, if he doesn't back by Levy, I think he's gonna be gone. If Conte feel holding sick, so he's going back to Italy.
I don't see it happening, man. Like their team is too good for him not to use them. In my opinion, like
It depends on him.
Find somebody. I personally think Machini is gonna stay. Like, I think they know that Machini is good enough to kind of work with this team. The issue is really the front three, in my opinion. He has to kind of turn it around to get this working. But what can he do when like they get hella shots but they can't score? That this is not on him anymore. It's legit on the players. And I think maybe it's come down to like him who he's gonna call up. Like maybe he's gonna call up different players.
I've seen his statistics pre-Chiesa ACL before Chiesa got the ACL. They were not that good. I wasn't impressed. I
wasn't impressed either. But again, like, how much more could Conte get out of that team? In my opinion, like, I don't think he would have done much of a difference with the Italy team.
Let me ask you this, Jess: if Conte was in that team in the Euros, would have won that Euros?
I don't think they win the Euros. I think there was so many ways, so many things that there were so many things the way Mancini and his Italy side were up against. Like you have the Italy-Spain penalty shootout. I think when you got so many situations going on, but like with Conte, I don't know even if you get to those type of situations because both of them are different managers and like I don't think Conte would beat Spain. I think Luis Enrique would actually get the best out of him, in my opinion. I don't even think he gets that far to the semis. Like I said, I don't think the Italy team is that good. Mancini was just having them very organized till that point to the final, and then they had that goal back. For me, it's like they shouldn't even won the final. If England actually had more, if they had the balls, they should have just continued attacking because Italy wasn't good for like a good 15 to a half an hour of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think if you switch managers, England win that game.
You can argue.
Well, I just think England should have, like, look at the players England brought off the bench at that point. Like, England should have done more, like, and you go a goal up. They should have just kept attacking, but they just folded. They just folded. Like, and that's on Southgate for you. But we know Southgate's
it's not
limitation. Southgate is maximized what he can do. Him getting to a final is a massive achievement for him. Same way him getting to a semi-final. That's his ceiling. His ceilings with a favorable run is losing a final or losing a semi-final. He's not that guy. Like, if England have a better manager, I think they win that tournament. 100%.
I agree. Like, if they had a Potter, because I think England over the time, if they would have just been fine with not having like I think because they're trying to have this English manager kind of thing, but I think if they would actually try to hire someone that's not English, and because there's so many other managers that are not English, but probably better than the English managers out there that could take the job. For me, it's like if they want to go English, they need to go for Potter, in my opinion. But if they got to continue with the whole English stuff and Potter's not going to come in, then I don't know who else is going to come in.
I think it's just the job is too big for Potter. I think he just need to stay in.
For me, it's fair. It's fair enough. It's fair enough, but it's just I don't know who else they're going to go and get. But actually, Flawless, before you go to the dead comments, I just want to say shout out to my guy Carl Walker-Peters, Tottenham graduate who makes his England debut over the weekend. I think it was the game. So shout out to him. Wan-Bissaka, you should definitely try to choose to go to Congo. If you can't make it over Carl Walker-Peters, who only got there because two of the right backs had to get out of there, something is wrong. Like you gotta go to Congo if you want some international.
Lord have mercy, Jess. He's gonna start Wan-Bissaka tomorrow, bro.
The question is: Manchester United a bigger club than Barcelona? To me, yes. Wan-Bissaka. I would say yeah. But if someone was trying to argue Barcelona, I wouldn't argue you down. Once you're in that bracket of like that top tier of elite clubs, then wherever you want to rate them, say 1 to 10, it's all subjective. It's all subjective. That is. But to this, Jazz, what's Potter won? What's Gareth Southgate won?
Yeah.
I think.
But Southgate,
There's not much of a difference. The only difference with them two is that Southgate has the experience in international tournaments, and Potter doesn't have. That's the only difference. But what's the difference other than that? To be honest, like there is not much.
Nice, 100%. Big up Snoop. You know what I'm saying? AC Milan fans out here starving for a Scudetto. But we move. Hopefully, I hope for your sake, I hope they come through with it, Snoop, man. I want AC Milan. I'm supporting AC Milan this season and that. I want you to win the Serie A. Why are you smiling, Timo? I want them to win Serie A. Why is that funny? Why is the thought of AC Milan after 25 years winning a Scudetto?
I ain't saying nothing.
Your smile said it. Why are you laughing at the fact that AC Milan are on a trophy drought? Why is that funny to you? I'm asking.
No, nothing. To be fair, it's Giroud carry AC Milan, but we move.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, then why are you laughing then? Like, it's a really good thing.
No, this guy just smiling and laughing. See that? Snoop? He's just laughing at your team, fam. Personally, I wouldn't have that. Well, that's just me.
Respect a Champions League winner, Olivier Giroud.
Yeah, man, look up Olivier Giroud every time. A question for Jess. Do you see, before we get to this, gotta welcome Eddie to the show as well. Yes, Eddie, what are you telling me, man?
What up, yo?
My homeboy.
Good to have you here as always. Big up to Nippin. Says, question for Jez. Do you see Oliver Skip and Tanganga as future England internationals?
I can definitely see Oliver Skip because of like the shortage of like midfielders in terms of like progressing the ball and being like defensive midfielders as well. Like I think he could make it. Joppa Tanganga is a weird one because he plays for us as a right back more often than a centre back, but his natural position is a centre back, and he's just not that great at centre back yet. But he also didn't have the game time to kind of show how good he is. So I think if I had to choose who's going to be in there faster, it's definitely going to be Oliver Skip. But Joppa, I'm not too sure about him yet, but I can definitely see Skip making it.
Yeah, hey, he's styling on you. He said, Timo Werner, listen, bro, we got triple Champions League than all of your clubs combined. He's not lying.
Not lying. Yeah, that is true.
He is not lying, in it. But, see that? That's your fault for laughing at his club because they went like 25, 30 years without a Scudetto. Why is that funny that they haven't won a league title in like 2 or 3 decades?
Don't look at me.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at you because you're the only one with a camera on smiling at the fact they haven't won one since 2005. I'm going to Google this, actually. I don't even know when it is. Let me Google this.
I thought it was 2007.
Is it 2000? All right, cool. So how long ago was 2007?
15 years ago.
Was it 15? Okay. So it's not 2 decades. It's a decade and a half. It's a long time still. But they're first now, innit? And I'll be rooting them on, man. 100%. Because they're currently 3 points clear.
That's what I know. 2010. Oh. Was that when...
Was it 2010?
Was that when Ben did that Beckham over there?
Oh, if it's 2010, that's not 10 years, my brother, man. That's 12, fam. Snoop. That's 12. If it's 10 years ago. My bad.
He tried it.
You know what I'm saying?
It's been so long you forget to count.
Yeah, man. I understand it has been that long that your mind goes fuzzy and that. Like that can happen. That can happen. Let me have a look. I have to make sure it's 2010. Let's see. Hold up. Where we at? Oh, yeah, it was 2010-11, actually. So it was 2011. Shout out to AC Milan, man.
Unbelievable.
Champions League in 07. Shout out AC Milan. Let's go. Doing big bits. Let's go. They'll soon return, innit? They will. Where else we at? Random fact. Did you know that this France squad for the international break has the most? Yeah, man. Of course, you got to give the squad players a run out, see what they can do in friendlies, innit? Let's see if they're good enough to make that jump up. You know what I'm saying? So it's only right you give the squad players. All right, this is your chance to showcase what you can do. You're probably gonna bring a league title back to AC Milan for the first time in 12 years. So it makes sense. Say again.
Cassie's at Ivory Coast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Kessie. I don't even know if this is true. Snoop could be making this up. I don't follow international.
Yes, they have Giroud. I'm not sure if they have Kalulu there as an option. I know they got Theo Hernandez, Giroud, and Mike Mayon. These are the first 3 names that come in my mind. Who else?
Oh, I'm not trying to see Frank Cassie.
Unless Kalulu is there. I don't know. Who else?
Rafael Leao.
He's Portuguese.
Simon Kjær,
Denmark.
Florenzi as well.
Florenzi is it's Italian, but because he's saying France squad, that's why.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Only him though. Hey, but big up Tomori as well.
Big up Tomori.
Big up Tomori every time.
Big up Tomori, man. And I like to say big up AC, man. Like that's the last trophy they won. Actually, they haven't won a trophy in like a decade. Mazza, I'm just looking at it here. 2011, they won Serie A because they ain't won Coppa Italia since 03. They haven't won the Champions League since 07. Mazza.
Maybe
Hard times.
No.
Hard times. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But Snoop, that's all gonna change, man. You lot are gonna win the Scudetto, man. Yo, why are you laughing when I say they're gonna win the league title, Timo? Why is that funny?
Yeah.
That's what I
I'm
wanna know.
laughing at my TV right now.
Laughing at what? Why? What's on the TV that's so funny? Go on, talk to us.
No,
Look at this guy. Why are you laughing at AC Milan, fam? They're a historic side, man. You can't kid a kid up. See how I got your back, Snoop. I ain't gonna let anybody disrespect AC Milan over here.
I've just seen Bobby Lashley just body slam body almost. That's all.
Body slam who? What? Body slam who?
Bobby Lashley just body slam almost.
I don't know who that is.
Uh,
This is crazy, man. Snoop, see, I got your back. I ain't know let nobody disrespect the red and black. This guy just laughing at the fact that you ain't won a league title since 2011. This is out. Yo, we gotta have words after this, man. See, no, man said WWE ain't even on, yo. This guy's lying, you know. See, I got your back, Snoop.
WWE Raw is on right now, actually.
Tell him, talk to him, Timo. Fight back, man. Don't do it, AC Milan. Fight back, fam. Let's go.
It's actually on right now.
Well, I believe you.
we believe you, really. We believe
I believe you, yo. This is between you and Snoop, innit? It's between you two. You know what I'm saying?
Next question, please.
All right, yeah, we are going to get to the next questions. And you lot continue to get them in because we are going to close out the show soon, people. So this will not be a lot, but I will start putting the Q&As, the weekend ones, back on the audio platforms as well. Don't forget, the NBA watch-alongs will be moving to the Twitch, people. So the 1st of April, the NBA watch-along, the first game is Nets book. So the NBA watch-alongs will be moving to Twitch. The non-Manchester United Premier League watch-alongs will be moving to Twitch. Champions League watch-alongs will be on Twitch. And the FA Cup watch-alongs will be on Twitch as well. The gaming, so the GTA and FIFA will be over here on Sarcasm City TV. Everything else will remain the same. Little shake-up. You know what I'm saying? You got to shake things up when things change, people. So, and we'll be back. The NBA games will be back much more frequent as well. Much more frequent in terms of like every day like it was when we was initially on Twitch at the end of last year, at the end of 2021. Flawless thoughts on Havertz's recent form. Has his form been good? He seems to have turned it around. Well, not turned it around, but be performing well. But he's a good player, though. So it wouldn't surprise me.
That's the
It wouldn't surprise me.
That's what I don't understand about people. And
Go on.
when you buy a Kai Havertz, you don't pay him to be good now.
Mm.
You paid him to be a game changer from the moment he stepped into your squad. And so he's had it slow. Right. I personally think, and because this conversation was brought up, I do think that that Sancho's adjusted way faster than Kai Havertz.
Mm.
I think Kai Havertz has found his foot, and I think that the Lukaku situation is something that they gotta deal with, because I mean, again, you can't spend $100 million on a player who doesn't allow you to play your best brand of football. Like, that's an outrageous price tag for a player who we could honestly say it's a discussion whether or not they play better football without him.
Mm.
And that's $100 million. That's $100 million player we're talking about. But I mean, you are Chelsea. You have the clout to make these kind of mistakes. But yeah, I think when it comes to Shai, he's doing his thing right now. I'm enjoying watching him play right now, but it's took him long enough.
You know what it is, though. But you know what it is.
Talk about it, just answer the question as well. But yeah, get off your chest. But yeah, please answer the question as well.
Yeah, you know what it is with the Havertz thing as well. Like I always said, like he's probably gonna struggle when he's gonna come in because I'm obviously German as well to my side, and I watched the Bundesliga a lot. I watched this guy for a good amount of time now to know that, like, unless he's gonna play in his preferred position or preferred way of playing, he's gonna struggle. And right now, in recent times, he's been playing in a really good position where you can get the best out of him. But you had the time with Lampard that he was playing deep in midfield or was playing as an eight that is not his game. Like, you hadn't even at the wings at times, which isn't his game, in my opinion. And with Tuchel, it's kind of like he had COVID and that he was kind of struggling as well. But he's starting to get more footing and kind of understand. Tuchel understands what he's about and how it's not starting to shine, which I was expecting. And there's always a thing with it where I say you're never gonna get the return what you're worth in terms of, like, most players that I look at went for big money. How many of them actually succeeded to the expectation, to the price tag as well? And he's a young player as well, coming from a whole different country where a lot of people say it's a farmers league, like the Bundesliga. I personally don't like to say the word farmers league, but a lot of people say this is a farmers league. So why are you expecting a player to come in immediately and do a difference if the leagues are apparently a farmers league? This is the same thing I say about Sancho. Let the guy actually come in and actually get adjusted to league. Like, he played in England, but on the youth level, and it's a whole different level to youth level and Premier League football. He has to get used to it. And Man United is so different as well. So, like I said, let players from a different league trying to adjust to the league, to the team, and everything else. Give them time.
And over to the Chelsea fan, Timo. Thoughts on Havertz's recent form?
I think he's been magnificent for me.
Man brought the big superlatives in that. I see you, Timo, and that. I've never heard you use that word before. Man said magnificent. Carry on. You know what I'm saying? The floor is yours, my brother.
I've seen the latest comments that he made on this. I think he said Tuchel is currently even more challenged than he already is. I think Tuchel has been the only thing to keep the whole fan base together in these turbulent times. I'm glad lots of Kai players to see it too as well. And if you want to know about Kai Havertz, he's also more intelligent on and off the pitch. And the way that he said it, that statement, that quote that I've just read, I think he's one step ahead of than any other players in our team. So he just see the vision ahead. I can see him maybe future captain.
Wow.
Oh yeah. No, that's
all right. I want to go further because I only seen this. It was on. Obviously, I was scrolling through the YouTube and I seen Lewis's shout out my guy Carefree Lewis every time. You're about to pop up probably in it, so I just say Christensen's leaving, so hold that. But yeah, big up Lewis every single time. I seen the title of his video and it said something about Timo Werner complaining about Chelsea style. Is this true?
Here's the thing. I'm just gonna say this. Like, I honestly don't see the issue with the comments. I don't think he was criticizing the system. You can all say like he's not good enough, but at some sense he's not very wrong because we simply don't create enough clear-cut chances, and that's more down to the personnel than the system. Also, don't forget, Mason Mount literally throws a tantrum whenever he's dropped.
Wait, Mason Mount throws a tantrum? I didn't know this. What happened?
Literally, I think was one of the quotes that he has a tendency to spice things up. Sometimes being upset for being dropped is somewhat reasonable, especially when you have Mount, who seems to be the key player. It isn't reasonable that if you're playing poorly for the whole season, it wasn't the first time. It wasn't the first time I've seen the reports that he's annoyed the manager. So it's not like he's been disrespectful, unlike Lukaku. I don't get why people are so annoyed by it, but at the end of the day, he just saying that he suits Germany team better because they create more chances than for him. It's not that big.
I mean, but then again, it's just like with Werner, because I just looked it up because I heard about it, but I'm reading this comment right now. Like, Flores, have you seen the comment before, or have you just the title?
Just the title that Lewis Lewis's chat. That's all I seen.
Okay, because I can read it out for you right here. Like, Timo Werner after scoring versus Israel, there are differences in the style of play between football at Chelsea and here. Maybe the one at the national team suits me better. Here I always have scoring chances. I can score goals. I feel very comfortable here. I mean, to a degree, I hear what he's saying because I obviously support the German national team. And the way they create chances for the forwards is probably different to the way Chelsea does it. But I can't sit. It's the thing with self-awareness. I can't sit here and actually think that he never had chances for Chelsea to score goals. Like, didn't he had like 20 plus missed chances last season?
Something crazy
like
that.
Like he had X amount of chances missed during last season. So if he was just more clinical, he probably would have had more goals. So for me, it's like it's kind of like you need to know, like you as a player have to do better. And international football is also different to club football. It's more competitive in the Premier League to be in the Premier League and scoring goals than in the against Israel. You gotta also understand that as well. Like
I just think
Germany
people want to
playing.
be pissed off for no reason. That's all.
Yeah.
I just think people want to be pissed off for no reason.
It's always gonna be there. Like every fan base is when a player makes a certain comment about the club that it's not a good comment about the club, they're always gonna do something. They're always gonna be fans angry.
Like we had Luke Shaw come out and say just the most idiotic thing I've ever seen, or like he's just talking to talking. It's, you know what it is. People are bored. They're more comfortable. They're not at work technically. They're in an environment that honestly coddles them. Especially not to take this kind of shot, but especially the English football group. Like they will legit just milk every one of their players that have been called up like they really are that. So when it comes to these kinds of quotes, it's just the pickings. It's just there for the pickings. It's there for the taking. Like Germany never had a issue like this, but that's because the new age player is more transparent with how they're feeling about certain things. And like Timo has said, it's not that big of a deal because again, he probably said something that was true, that they just play different brands of football. You know, like that's just the truth of the matter. But because people don't like hearing, things that can be perceived that might not be against the team, but can be perceived to be against the team, and there's nothing to do, they're more hyped up to go for it.
I hear that. My thing is with players on international breaks, and Pogba does this a lot, and everyone knows that's my favorite United player. Shaw's done it, Werner's done it here. Why do players go to international duty and do these interviews? There's no good that comes from these interviews ever.
Right.
Ever. I don't understand it. Why? Why would Werner, even though what he's saying there isn't wrong, because maybe Germany, I don't know the numbers, but maybe Germany's system does take more chances for him, even though he misses a lot of Chelsea. Maybe it is better suited. Maybe he's better suited for international football. But why say that? I don't understand the benefit. Why? I'd love to know. Like, unless are you forced? Is this like under contract where you have to?
Like it's just like it's just sending a bad message to the manager. Like what's the manager supposed to? Obviously, no Tuchel, I don't think he's gonna take it that. He's gonna take that like that deep. But
no,
for any player that does this, what are you trying to tell the manager, that you're not feeling happy the way the system is played for them to kind of be in the system? Then go to talk to the manager instead of having interviews. No. I'm not saying this, but I'm reading the comment right here, right now, in front of me. He's saying the difference of style of play and Tuchel is the manager, isn't he? And he is making.
He never mentioned tactics. He just said he was scoring more goals for Germany, fitting.
But
that's it.
I mean, if you never said the first part, then fair enough, innit? But I'm just saying, I'm just reading based on the comment here from the Nisar guy that made the comment there. Like I said, for me, it's like, if you have any sort of feelings about that you can't score goals for Chelsea, but you do it for the national team, then again, go to Tuchel and speak with him and kind of try your best to try to figure out what's the best solution that you can find out between you guys, finding out how you can get the best out of him at Chelsea. Because if it seems like he wants to be at Chelsea, a lot of Chelsea fans don't want it, but he wants to be there and he wants to play as well and want to score goals. Like, I don't think he's just want to be there just to collect a paycheck, but clearly he's not happy with the way him not scoring goals at the moment for them. So he has to try and figure it out himself by whatever is going to be him trying to fix his game in terms of in front of goal, or him talking to the manager and trying to figure something out, in my opinion. It is what it is, though. Like,
Again, it's like it's really not that big of a deal.
it's not deep though. It's not that deep though. Like, I wouldn't get angry.
I think that's what, but it's just like you said, flawless. Like, bro, everybody's bored, and these writers got to write something to keep their jobs afloat, keep their names in the press, and all that. And so, writers know if they get, and especially now that I'm noticing that everyone has bought into the principle that like YouTube media around football is shitting on like the old school, and they have to adjust. So now they're doing their thing where they just get their shock value points. I even saw United is having the top 6 debate.
Oh, I was just as you mentioned that about like writers and stuff. That's where I was gonna get into that and get your thoughts and everyone's thoughts on that. But keep going, fam, on this, and then give us your thoughts on that as well. Because I don't have a lot to say on it, but it's very interesting.
I'll say it for you because I'm more removed and you don't gotta put up with it. Yeah, y'all some fucking clowns. Y'all some fucking clowns. All y'all people who now want to ride the wave after y'all was sticking y'all nose up in the air, y'all some fucking clowns for real. And I hope y'all hear this because we see through it. We see through all of it. Shout out to the real ones like Flawless since day one who took the shots when this shit wasn't comfortable. But you feel me? Hey man, I feel, you know what, your kids got to go to they high and mighty private schools. You got to pay for it somehow. So yeah. Get your bread then, bro. But just know we see y'all. Yeah,
because obviously when I seen the first clip come out, well, the first video they did, and obviously the second one is them talking about top 4. I had no issue with it, and I'm like, they just understand the market and see there's a place for them to get bread, which is what is all well and good. My only issue with it is people now. I don't see them getting any backlash. So what's the difference in Manchester United doing it, but me and Eddie talking on Manchester United is a problem? Why? I don't understand the difference. Can we not talk about them? But then the same people that will have an issue with me and Eddie who talking about it will talk in the pub or talk in their group chats or talk at work about the exact same things. I don't understand because it's on a platform and we have people watching us and you get following and you get notoriety and you get love. Now it's an issue. I say this all the time. There's no football content creator who has one follower who gets any issues. Everybody who I see who gets criticism for this football content creator space, not just the United fan, anybody, male or female, no matter what color you are, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're Asian, it's always the people with the following getting attacked. I never see someone with one follower getting attacked, or someone with 10 followers getting attacked, or someone with 12 followers. It's always the people with, who get hundreds of views, thousands of views, have hundreds of followers, thousands of followers, have brands endorse them, have celebrities endorse them, have players endorse them, etc. So it's just very interesting. That's all that backlash is in there. I have no issue with United doing it. I've not watched and I seen they had Don Robbie on there, so they knew who to go get.
Exactly.
They knew who to go get, and salute to Don Robbie. Yo, make your movements and get your bread. I mean, never met Don Robbie, but love what he's done and what he continues to do as well. Like,
right.
A1, 100%.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on it. Like, I kind of chuckle to myself when I see it. Like, they're going for it. They understand what it is. They trying to get to the bag.
For real.
Where else we at? What? Yeah, we'll go to you, Timo. What's your thoughts on it? So, if Chelsea right now, Chelsea Football Club, because obviously your fan base is like ours in terms of the content creators will receive criticism from Chelsea fans. So if Chelsea now started like a Chelsea fan channel and started doing live content like this, what would your thoughts be on it?
To be honest, it's like, I don't know what to say, really. What's the word I'm looking for here?
We'll come back to you. Let me get a different perspective. Jez, because your fan base is like that too. It's to a lesser extent, but there'll be Spurs. I've seen Spurs content creators receive criticism and, you're not a true Spurs fan. So if Spurs tomorrow were to start like a fan channel and have like live content like this, what would your thoughts be on it?
Like the Spurs, like the actual club, or
the actual club itself. So Tottenham Hotspur, like the official YouTube account, started doing live streaming and media and talking about your top 4 hopes and things of that nature.
Funny enough, they actually do it. They just do it on Twitch instead of YouTube. But I don't give a fuck, to be honest, what they want to do. To be honest, like, is it actually that deep that they're doing this? Like I don't get where people come from the feelings. Like, is it another idea how to kind of, because fans sometimes ask for interaction with the club. This is one way you can look at it and say this is kind of the way of interaction. You can kind of say, something might be up. Like, what is this all about? Why are you talking about the next manager? But it's an idea for them to kind of make money, in my opinion, because obviously they're monetized channel, they're getting the money out of it, and I don't see the problem. It's even interesting to see. Like, I've even watched a little bit of it and kind of see what they had to say. Like, it's not that deep in my opinion. Like, I wouldn't care if they make a. I don't care if they would make a YouTube on their YouTube channel, like a fan channel, speak about all types of content, and that could. End of the day, like, I wouldn't watch it because it's just me not watching it. I don't even follow Spurs on any social media platforms because I have my reasons for it. But
Fair enough.
if they do it, they do it. You know? Like, I'm just not a fan of people criticizing fan channels in general. Like, let them people do what they want to do. Unless they're doing something unless they do something really like bad, like some scumbaggery stuff, then I may say something. But I don't really care what other fan channels. If Arsenal fans want to tell me that Spurs are worse, if Arsenal fan channel would say Spurs is worse than Burnley, fair enough. I don't really care. It's not my problem.
Big up to Lewis in the court.
Simple as well, like Lewis just said. We always win as a fan media.
Yeah, fan media stays. And that's the one thing they hate, and that's back to my point I was making. And Lewis's, like, even as condensed what I was saying, and it's like, because fan media stays winning because you see people having successes. You know, people are big mad that Don Robbie's over there.
Right.
You know, people are big mad that Don Robbie's had the success, and I just use him as an example because he's one of the biggest. He's one of the pioneers. He kicked down the door. You see the others, the likes of Rants, the likes of Saeed, the likes of Expression, the likes of Flex. I can keep going on and on and on. All the people that were here before me. Say again.
Troops.
The likes of Troops. The likes of Lewis. I put Lewis in that bracket. Lewis don't realize that. I put Lewis in that bracket.
Lewis got to get his too. That's a real one, right?
100%.
Yeah.
I was saying this to him. Yeah, go on, Eddie.
They got shit to say about my dog Blue just being out there in the stands and shit doing his thing. I know, because he's been doing it since like at least 16, maybe I'm not too sure, but I remember seeing Lewis, like, that was one of the first people I seen on this football and shit, for real.
Yeah. Like, Lewis before, like, you get what I'm saying, and that, like, he's one of those that I was saying this to him, like, oh, you one of the guys to kick down the doors. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bet there's Chelsea content creators who started creating content solely off seeing Lewis and was like, yo, let me go do that. They might not say it. It's like, he influenced you. Of course, Lewis influenced me. I knew Lewis before he knew me. Well, he's one of those. To my point is, that's why you are going to get criticism because of the success. They hate the fact that they see the likes of Lewis and Sky overlap. Or you see an Expressions getting a brand deal, or you see Rand's getting an official deal, or stuff like that. Like 110%. Without question, I'm sure on Chelsea Fan TV, because you're on it, Timo, I bet people want to sometimes when they're walking past talk rubbish about the channel, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
Nonsense. But then if Chelsea do it, it's okay. They do the exact same thing that you lot are doing. There's no difference. It's Mazza.
Right.
It is. You lot get your final few questions in before we close out. Nippet says here, a question for all of you. Biases and rivalries aside, who's better in their primes, Suarez or Rooney? I got Rooney. But that's me.
Suarez.
Got you, Lewis.
The thing is, when you say better, right?
You send it into him.
Better is you have to put into a context like how long Rooney did it for.
Mm-hmm.
Suarez did it well, but just didn't do it as long as Rooney, so that's why I got to give it to him. And fuck him, that dude bites people. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Can I say something about this real quick?
Yeah. Just before you go, though, did you send me the link, Timo? Yeah.
I'll send in the link already.
All right, appreciate it.
30 seconds ago,
go on, just get it off your chest.
There's one thing I had to say about this real quick, because in my opinion, obviously Prime Suarez was good, but he didn't really want any. He hasn't won anything, right? Like, he wasn't winning.
At Liverpool, no, to my knowledge, no, he didn't.
No, didn't want anything. So for me, it's like, and it was also a short period of time as well. It wasn't like he was here for like 5-6 years. Rooney was here for a good amount of time. So I feel like I would say Rooney in terms of like the way he was here with Man United, the way he was moving with Everton at the little time he was there as well. But who, I don't know, it's like a weird question. But there's one thing I do gotta say something real quick.
Hold on,
Why does
Chess. Suarez won a trophy.
No, he's
Which
talking
trophy?
because he said prime. Obviously, he's not talking about just his Liverpool career. I suppose he's talking about the end of Liverpool and then MSN in it. That region.
In Liverpool, yeah, he won something. Being a dick.
What did he win? The Carabao Cup.
No, for being a dick for batting Branislav Ivanovic. So carry on.
This guy's
No, there's one thing I have to say real quick because it comes to Suarez. Why does everybody hype up Luis Suarez's time at Liverpool when he hasn't won anything there? Because he was playing so great, but when Harry Kane plays great, but everybody comes down, he hasn't won anything. Why does nobody mention that with Luis Suarez?
No,
I don't get it.
Suarez was different.
I think one, because Suarez was different, and two, if Suarez's Liverpool career was the length Kane's was, then it's a whole different conversation.
Right.
That's what it is. Like if Suarez was at Liverpool for 7-8 years, still banging in goals, the conversation would have quickly turned to you haven't won anything. Like that's always when you have a player who is at that level, because Liverpool are not what Liverpool are now. They weren't competing for big trophies. You have to move to a club that's going to get you to that. And that was the perfect move. And it's been a minute since he has been on the channel. Before you go, Jess, welcome Lewis to the stream as well. What are you telling me, fam?
Yo, what's everyone saying?
Good to have you back, fam. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute.
Yeah, good to be on. Well, what's everyone talking about?
We're literally answering this question here from Nippin about in their prime Suarez or Rooney. Go on, Jez. You was gonna say something, or was it Eddie?
No.
Whoever, which
okay,
one?
actually, yes, it was me. Yeah,
Go on,
I
Jez.
get what you say. I get what you're saying there, Flores. For me, it's just like, even though he wasn't this kind of, you can say it was this kind of his prime, the best he probably has ever played in his career in terms of that. I always got my Luis Suarez agenda because all the stuff he has done at Liverpool, but also because of the 2010 World Cup against Ghana. I will never forget that. He's
that was some wild
worst player for me ever to play. I don't care. Agenda over facts. But yeah, it's for me. It's like I don't get it when like you were that great, but you haven't won anything. And you can say the team, but nobody wants to say the same energy for Kane at times when he was maybe having a really great season, but he hasn't won in that season anything. So they say, he's a good player, but the way some people trying to talk that Kane is some people talk like he's a scrub. Like he's not really good. It's just because if Kane would have won trophies with Spurs, or he would have gone to a different team during that time and won trophies, he would have been obviously more talked about. But that's why I'm always asking myself, that time that Luis Suarez was at Liverpool, why are people like talking about Luis Suarez that much? Like when he has never won anything. Like he was so good, but he couldn't win anything.
Hey, we're going to do that. We're going to you on this, Lewis. What are you saying? Prime Suarez or Prime Rooney?
Thing was off. Probably Prime Suarez, in all honesty, but there's nothing taken away from Wayne Rooney either. Like, even if Wayne Rooney, like, I'm not sure if he properly saw himself as a striker or more of a player on the wings or more versatile, but Luis Suarez in his prime, his numbers were fucking ridiculous under Barcelona. He's the only player that came close to Messi and Ronaldo in terms of his numbers. So for me, it'd have to be Suarez.
Fair enough. Like you said, go on.
No, I was just saying it's close. It's close.
Well, that's what I would say is like when you get these ones, it is like if someone like Lewis there saying Suarez, I'm not gonna argue you down. Never.
Yeah, it's like you cannot make an argument for either of them. It's just a case of your preference.
No. Legit. That's how I look at it. Yo, hit the like button if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Final few questions, people, and we're going to close out the show. What else do we have coming up? Check out the upcoming live stream schedule. What do we actually? Man United today, 5 p.m. Talking all things Manchester United, and I think that's it. Bro, no. We got to watch along. You know what I'm saying? We got Timo and Eddie's beloved Lakers. You lot got? Is it the Pelicans?
I'll be at Wembley. No, thank you. I'll be at Wembley.
You're at Wembley till 12:30. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
I'll be on the way back from Wembley.
Oh yeah, you will be on the way back. Yeah, you will be on the way back. What are you saying, Eddie?
No, coming all the way up for England.
Get out of here with that.
What do you mean? Get the fuck out of here with that? You not the Lakers, not your beloved team.
I'm dying for the pie, man. Come on, I'm dying for the pie.
Dying for the
Fuck you now, man.
Yo, Eddie, how do you feel about USA getting to the World Cup closer now?
I wish the rest of the world wasn't subjected to their shitty style of football. The shit is But I mean, the Chelsea boys can enjoy Pulisic and his hat trick. It was a good little hat trick. I'll give him his credit.
Apparently, he played well. But it's like
Oh yeah,
it's
they
Panama,
played.
innit?
Yeah, that's what it comes
Hey,
down to.
all I gotta say is
I'm not
maybe trade-
overhyping it. Like the only thing the international break is for is just to see who chats shit out of our team, aka someone's client. But we do move.
Oh, speaking of that, because Timo answered that, because I only know about it because I've seen your obviously. I'm a watcher of your channel, so when I was on my YouTube, it came up in the recommendations, and I am going to check it out. So I only knew about it because of your title, because of the title of your video. But your thoughts on what Timo Werner said, Lewis?
The nerve, really? Like Lukaku chatted shit, but it's like even then there was some claims about the system and everything. You could understand that until you started chatting shit about Inter Milan, and then it was just a load of waffle. Werner, though, I can't lie. Like, and talking about the team doesn't give him enough chances. How about we talk about when Chelsea was giving him enough chances and he was just missing everything? Or where his ball control was just awful, or where he didn't trap a ball, or where, like the Newcastle game, for example, where he had 2-3 brilliant chances to put him on the plate. Second half, right, I saw one of the best long balls I've seen in months from Christensen, straight onto the guy's foot. And then where did it go? 10 yards further ahead after his first touch, straight to the goalkeeper. But I want to say we don't feed him enough chances. Why do our players always chat shit in the international break? I thought it was just a Belgian thing, but nah, it's just a Chelsea thing. And it's always the players that have no right to talk. Like, turn up on the pitch, please. And then
Once
maybe I'll
again.
understand it. But you don't. When you're on the ball, you lose it.
It's gonna be
Consistent.
good.
But you want to
He's
say
not-
that it's the system.
He's not. He never said the system. He said he suits better for the Germany. He never
Yeah,
said,
well,
he never
Well, when he's
mentioned
playing
football
against
in the
Israel
system.
and Liechtenstein and still missing chances.
Hey, that's what I tried to tell him.
Tuchel or the system.
I think
Right, let me get the quote up here. 1 second.
Please do.
You do that. You do
Right,
that.
so
Lewis.
this
will
guy
be good. Go
said,
on.
he said there are differences in the style of play between football at Chelsea and here. Maybe the one at the national team suits me better. Here, I always have scoring chances. I can score goals. I feel very comfortable here. He didn't say the word system, but he doesn't have to say the word system to mean the system. He's talking about the system.
Yeah, just what when I read that.
He
that's
is
what
talking
my
about the
initial
system. Even if he doesn't
reaction.
say the system, he's talking about the system.
It
He's
literally
saying
says
there's
there-
differences in the style of play between the football at Chelsea and here.
There we go.
There are differences in the system at Chelsea and at Germany. You're saying maybe the one at the national team suits me better. But again, look at the teams that Germany play in the group stages. Like, are you being serious?
You do
Like,
realize
we
Hansi
pump-
Flick
we-
offensive
we pump
football,
like-
right?
we pumped like teams like 7-0 or some stuff, like 9-0, 7-0.
That's
Like
why I
the lowest
Hans-
goals we have scored was 2 during that time.
Like, I'll be real. Chelsea would play fucking expansive attacking football if they were playing the likes of, who is this? North Macedonia, Romania, Armenia, Iceland, and Liechtenstein.
It's
Hey, we've
unreal
seen
as well.
certain stars struggle against North Macedonia, but I understand your overall point.
Who got knocked out? Oh, fucking hell, Italy. Yeah, that's disgraceful, but we still move. Well, you know what? My guy, Jorginho, don't play in attack, so he ain't there to blame for that shit.
Oh yeah, I don't blame Jorginho. No, I don't blame Jorginho. I didn't watch the game, but I don't. Like, when you have 32 shots,
It's the attackers.
Rodney-
It's the attackers.
Berardi
32
Immobile.
shots.
Yeah.
I checked the numbers. 32 shots they had, 5 on target.
Fucking hell, man.
Don't forget,
Why-
Lewis, Berardi also rumored to be Chelsea player at one point.
Who?
Berardi.
Berardi, the right winger.
Oh, well, thank God we didn't get him. He would have fit in like a glove with these stormtroopers. I'm fucking good.
This guy.
Then the only good one that we wanted now has an ACL injury and might be dusted. So here's what it is.
It's peak. Oh yeah, before we're gonna continue on to that, Eddie, man, like I said, they are your beloved Lakers, man. Like they gotta try to stay in the play-ins. Let's go, man. I'm Laker Nation now to the end of the season.
I've been wanting them to
Same.
get over with this season. Like
Thank you
done,
very
wrapped,
much.
finito, however you want to cut it. Arriva Dirty, bro. I don't even know if that's appropriate for what I'm saying, but
Hey,
Arriva
don't
Dirty
worry.
means goodbye. Spot on, fam.
oh yeah.
Hey, don't worry, Eddie, bro. The season's gonna be over in the play-ins.
No, bro, we don't deserve it. Legit.
Yeah, I know, but I don't care.
I
Though.
can't be asked. I legit can't be asked to be dealing with a team who literally
Mountains are
played-
there to be climbed.
No, Timo. I let your optimism ride.
I agree.
as long as
Mountains
I
are there
could.
to be climbed.
But the shit is on the wall and it ain't coming off. We done put Clorox to that motherfucker. We done put all kinds of cleaning utensils. The shit is staying there.
You know what? I'll blame this on C1. He put both of us in trenches.
Fuck them. Fuck them all. Fuck every single one of them who puts that jersey on and embarrasses us on a daily basis. That's where I'm sorry for going off too, people. That flawless.
Right,
Man's on 17-18 vibes. I don't blame you.
This is all flawless. Just twisting the fucking knife right now.
Don't worry, Eddie. Players are gonna be there soon.
Then I got to deal with United at Leicester this weekend.
Oh, that's who we're playing. I forgot who was playing this weekend. I legit. Someone asked me, and I was like, I have no idea. I've completely checked out from United season and that.
And
Leicester do
Ronaldo
double.
only has one good game a month. So, that's our one good game. He went to go make sure he can get his ring of honor for the World Cup in Qatar.
Because I think we'll beat Leicester, and then I know we got Arsenal and Liverpool coming up soon, and we play these lot as well. We play Chelsea as well.
You're gonna play Arsenal as well, right?
What you say, Lewis?
I was saying you got to do the business against Arsenal still.
Yeah, we do. Well, we'll see. We'll address that. Tuesday, because they play you lot like 3 days before, I think, or after.
Yeah, we got them on 420.
Yeah, Chelsea need to do the business. Like I seen a video of them, like some Arsenal fan making like a TikTok where they're already predicting for next year's knockout stages.
Oh, yeah. Do you see the embarrassment on Twitter? These men are moving like fucking Champions League virgins, bruv. Like they've never seen the Champions League in their life. I'm seeing comps with the Champions League intro and all the Arsenal players in there. Obviously not lifting a trophy at the end of it for obvious reasons, but they've got this big pretend thing like they're going to be in it, and they haven't even fucking got there yet. I swear down, North London is an utter embarrassment, man. Even Tottenham don't hype fourth place finishes like this.
Exactly, it's dumb. I've never seen one Tottenham fan doing all these type of edits when we get into top four. Nah, man, like it's just Arsenal fans. They're starving so much. Like we are good. They're embarrassing themselves.
Every time I forget why I despise this fan base, they get a bit of success, and then I realize why I fucking hate this fan base with a burning passion. Embarrassing, man. The absolute state for a fourth place fin, and they haven't even confirmed it yet. They could still bottle it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm praying so hard. I don't even care.
I never thought I'd see the day where I say, I hope United get fourth.
Hey, we gonna save you, fam. You're welcome in it. So you get what I'm saying in that. When we save you, I want 1,000 thank yous. All right.
Hey, I will take you. We'll both slander Arsenal together. I'm cool with that. I'm here for it. Unlike you, I'll say it with chest. I'm happy if United get fourth. I'm here for it. I don't even care.
Yeah, and if roles were reversed and it was Chelsea in that situation, I would say it with chest. I'm happy Chelsea finished fourth. I'm happily say that over us.
Yeah, like you were happy when we won the Champions League over City, yeah?
No, I wasn't happy that you don't won the Champions League. That's a big difference between fourth and Champions League is yin and yang, fam. They're
greater good.
Different ends of the spectrum.
It's about it's the greater good.
It was just the bad. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? It's the bad, fam. I didn't even watch it. Keep saying this. I didn't do a watch along. I didn't watch it, and the fact that
could 9 different individual masterclasses.
Yeah, and there could potentially be an all English final. And the thing is, it's probably worth me doing a watch along. Is the crazy part. It probably makes sense. But if it's Liverpool City, I'm not doing a watch along. Fuck that.
All I gotta say
I
is
didn't blame you in that
Edison,
case. I want to watch it.
Like when I saw Edison run out of the goal, I had to turn off the TV because I knew what was coming.
I need everyone to do the business in it. I need Benfica to do the business.
Thank God he did. To do the rest of our attackers were just taking the piss on that night.
It's a Mazo.
Right, no Ajax trip, man. That sucks.
Yeah, no, I know, because you're trying to go over there for the culture, fam. I know you're trying to see the blue skies, the coffee shops, the green grass,
With
the
all
windmills,
due
the
respect,
museum.
Halle dropped a stinker. So
Wait, who?
Halle.
Oh, hello.
I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to pull up regardless. Like if United would have got like again Drew, if you would have made it through and drew Ajax, I would have won. If you lot
I can't
was going
believe some
over,
people.
I
I
would've made
can't
it.
believe some people hype up about Ajax, score about 4 goals and then get knocked out by Benfica. So
Well, hopefully Benfica do the business against Liverpool, innit?
Yeah, Ten Hag. Yeah, come on, Benfica. Come on, Darwin News. And them, man.
We need I said we need Benfica and both Madrid sides to do the business in it, so I can enjoy the Champions League in peace. You know what I'm saying? I ain't enjoyed since I've been content creating. I can't enjoy this fucking shit in peace.
Fuck it. I want up Benfica, whatever. I'll find it if possible.
Eden Hazard.
What you say, Lewis?
We're taking out Madrid for Eden Hazard. I'm sick of the poor treatment.
I hope it's a Madrid, you know what I mean, last minute Hazard winner.
Nah, Hazard's out for the rest of the season now.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He injured himself.
No, it's not even an injury this time. Actually, isn't. They had this
What is
fucking.
Is it COVID?
No, they had this like metal thing in his kneecap while it was healing, or his ankle, and now they're using an operation to take it out. They were gonna do it at the end of the season, but Hazard's like, "Oh, you fucking aren't playing me, so I'm just gonna go do it now." So he's just gone and done it. He's just out for the season. They're likely gonna sell him anyway. That's part of the reason why they haven't been playing him anymore.
Facts. I wonder who's gonna buy him though. That's the crazy part.
Take a pay cut and come to Chelsea. We need some creativity. Well, actually, no, we need someone that can finish first.
I don't see Tuchel taking. I don't know where he actually goes. That's the problem part. What's his hometown club in France? Even though he's Belgian.
It's so jarring. We spent Hazard's prime with trash around him. Now we have a team that's perfectly suited to him, and he's
injury prone. Yeah, you're right, Jez. I mean, does he have a team? I swear, did Chelsea not buy him from France?
He wasn't at Lille. He was at Lille before he came to Chelsea.
You go back to Lille, innit?
And to be fair, Lille could use him. To be honest, they're shit.
I wouldn't blame him if he went back there. Like, you know what? I would have actually done Lille away if he did that.
Hey, to be fair, they need a winger. So,
but I'm saying his options are thin. That's why I say go back to Lille.
They need a winger to send them on loan or something. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine.
What else? What?
Lille are not in the Champions League next season.
Yeah, but at this point, I think at this point he doesn't even have the choice to if he wants to be at a Champions League club.
Yeah, Hazard ain't in the Champions League this season. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
He's just watching for the bench.
Ancelotti tax.
No, not even for the bench.
Like Hazard ain't in it. Oh, you mean that the Ancelotti that's got Real Madrid top of the league and into the quarterfinals of the Champions League? That Ancelotti, is that the guy?
Yeah, and their fans still want him out.
Yeah, because they're Real Madrid fans. They booed Cristiano Ronaldo before. Like, this is them. They booed Raúl and Casillas. They booed greats.
I just see standards. Very high standards.
Yeah, it is, and that's why they do what they do. They would boo Hazard. He's never on the pitch.
My guy Eden's never been booed.
Yeah, because he on the pitch often enough. That's why man sat on the bench. They don't see him.
He's on the bench and still gets booed.
Yeah, because that's because he's played previously.
And Bell's done more for Madrid than Hazard has.
Facts. 100%. That's without question. They're just an ungrateful bunch. That's all.
I kind of rate it still. Some of our players could do with it. Maybe we'd get them to fix up a little bit.
I think it's just a lack of talent with your players, though.
Some players have a lack of talent. Some players are in the wrong position. Some players are just on too high wages. Nah, not even Tuchel. Tuchel's the one that's managing to fix all of this shit together. Even in spite of all of this and the joke that we call the UK government, like you've seen all the Roman news here today and everything. Turns out Roman's best friend Putin tried to poison him.
Oh
what?
My
Christ.
Yeah, it came out earlier.
You know the government that's been trying to villainize Roman for the last month, saying that he's holding hands with Putin, walking into Ukraine. Nah, he's facilitating peace talks, which is why Ukraine asked the US not to sanction him. And which is also why Roman got poisoned 3 weeks ago. Obviously, he's fine now and everything, but they tried to poison him. Yeah. The guy that everyone was saying was like butt buddies with Putin and everything like that. Turns out it was UK propaganda. Shock.
Hey,
one ever saw that one coming, did they?
Hey, they might have to.
Not
hide
like
him
the
with
government
Luffy
just
also.
wanted 3 billion quid for free. Not like we all told you this. But everyone wanted their own little agenda, jump on Chelsea's grave while the chance is going. Cool. When they take your team next, it's cool. All they've shown is that they'll just take your assets whenever they want. This government's a joke. Utter
Man.
joke.
Hey, shut up.
And I
Bojan.
hope once all this is done, I don't care if this country goes into fucking what's it called? What was that thing called in 2008 that happened? I completely forgot.
Recession.
I don't care if we go into another recession. I hope Roman fucking sues this country for everything that is worth. Embarrassment.
You man got new owners yet? What's going on?
Nah, not even. I hope it gets longed out now, and I hope Roman takes the club back. Because right now, the way I'm looking at it, I don't see any reason why he should have been sanctioned anymore. Talk to me about the stuff from the past. Cool, he might have been friends with Putin. I don't care. You deal with that back then. You don't try and bring the Ukraine war into it and say that's the reason for why I sanction him, because that's a load of arse. Absolute load of arse. If no one can see now at this point that the government are only doing this so they can take 3 billion out of Roman's pocket, you're either an agenda driven or you have 2 brain cells that bounce between your head and that's it. There's no way no one else can see it at this point. Unless they don't want to see it.
I know most people definitely don't want to see it because they're not Chelsea supporters. Everyone is just gonna ignore it. But I mean, Chelsea fans gotta do some protesting or make somebody like a PM or some shit. But I don't know.
Roman, if he ends up getting the club back, he'll probably sell it anyway. Because I wouldn't put 3 billion of my assets into a country that will just take it whenever they feel like they can. But let it be on his terms. The guy was already selling Chelsea before they did the sanctions. It's just they just thought, nah, you know what? We'll take the money. You don't need it. We'll take the money. We'll take the 3 billion. Or you can try and take us to court and your club will be bankrupt by the time we even get to the first session.
Like, why?
Government's a joke. Utter joke.
Any government, like the idea of a government being in charge of the selling of a sports franchise is fucked up in its own way. And for people to honestly believe that anything other than this being a cash grab was going to be how it turned out was kind of, it's ignorant on your part.
They tried to villainize Chelsea fans for it. They were like, Chelsea fans need to look at the bigger picture. People are dying in Ukraine every day.
No.
Yeah, we know. The fuck has that got to do with us?
Exactly.
What is fucking Tuchel playing a 3-4-3 formation marching into Ukraine? No. So who the fuck cares? Even if they did, Burma's up front, so Ukraine's fine anyway. So who the fuck cares?
Hey, play Lukaku front and you got the pop-up trail.
Yeah, like with our fucking attack, Ukraine would probably be milli rocking knowing that they're sending us along.
Hey.
They all just lapped up everything that they said.
Oh my god, yo.
All I can say is you.
I've listened to these rants, yo. For those that don't know, these were regular occurrences. Like we would normally be doing NBA. Lewis would jump on, rant about some shit Chelsea, then fall asleep, and then we continue the stream.
Yeah.
At least the
My plug's
Ukrainian
bailed
people
out on
wouldn't.
me. I've been waiting 2 hours for this dickhead.
Nah, it's calm, fam. No stress, man. Get it off your chest. This is therapy settings. It's here, man. Like, have you seen me struggle with United? We've seen Timo struggle with the Lakers. Eddie struggle with the Lakers. Jez has struggled with everything because he's an OKC and Spurs fan. This is just your time, fam. It's cool.
Long day.
A long
At least
night,
the Ukrainian
bro.
people didn't have to.
I ain't gonna be fucking asleep. Dickhead.
Man said it's Tuchel playing a 3-4-3.
At least
Why do you think his press conferences have all been just turned into discussions on the war?
Maybe
A
they
war
saw
that
the
he
trail
said
for the
himself
season.
you don't know shit
Funny,
about.
yo.
You know what the jarring thing is? Every journalist now, they're asking to go, oh, what's gonna happen? What's going on with the war and that?
Me, not even as a Chelsea fan, as a human being, I don't care. Racismo v racismo. I'm gonna die in either country.
Like
Yes.
the war's happening. I understand it. Don't try and bring us into it.
It's not
Don't
wrong.
even try that shit.
Oh no,
Like
Well, that's
I don't
facts,
even
bro.
understand this.
I mean, will
bullshit.
we change
I don't know
get
where
rid of
it's
this
gonna
time?
end up with us. Bro.
Because you know the fucked up part is the countries who are fucking, trying to move around like they're the most holier than thou are practically the reason we're in this mess in the first place. Like the decisions made by the two governments who decided that, yeah, we're gonna fuck with these people were the US and the UK.
Yeah,
They
no one talks about bombing any other country unless it's a
no,
Western
no, no,
country.
Yeah.
no, no, no.
Unless it affects themselves, like unless it doesn't affect themselves, they like,
Exactly.
like
No one's had a word to say about the fucking Saudi owners and whatever's happening in
that was
Yemen.
the funniest thing. They were
This
like,
what I
"Yeah,
was thinking the whole time during that
we're
time.
gonna be all about people who respect human rights and all that shit." And your first call is to the Saudis, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to, but it's just a matter of fact.
The
I'm not
head
trying to
the
test-
head of sports in the UK, when he was asked about Saudi Arabia's involvement in fucking UK sport, the first thing that he said was Saudi Arabia is a well-known ally of the UK or something along the lines of that. So you know where they stand. As long as you're an
Yeah.
ally, they don't give a shit
They
what
don't
you
give
do.
a shit.
Exactly. They don't care. The only reason why they care about Ukraine is because they have NATO forces in there, which is half the reason why Putin's even invading in the first place, because he told them, don't come close to my border, and they did, which is who he's beefing. He's not beefing Ukraine, he's beefing NATO. And then the whole problem with all of this shit as well. Do you
It's
see,
just a
it's
mess.
literally the same fucking thing that they tried sanction Roman for, they're not going to sanction Newcastle for.
Honestly.
Yeah,
Literally the same thing. Meanwhile, also Man City are holding out these big performatory Ukraine flags and everything, saying we support you. Meanwhile, they're owned by a literal fucking country that have done nothing to help them. Roman Abramovich is literally doing more to facilitate peace talks and to stop the war than the fucking UK government that are sanctioning him for alleged involvement in the war. How the fuck does that make sense?
It really doesn't. But that type of behavior that they exhibit on the daily fails to make sense at any point in time.
This government's never made sense. The fact that everyone lapped up everything that they said when it was clearly performatory, even though we've been here before during COVID and the whole stay at home, stay safe bollocks, we're all going to go out on the piss and enjoy ourselves. And people are still just lapping up everything they say. Like, at this point, listen to whatever they tell you. If they tell you all to jump off a bridge, go and do it, man. Maybe we'll be in a better place for it. Survival of the fittest and all of that. You're such a stupid country, man. Top to bottom, just full of fucking idiots.
Nah, I have the same problem here, bro. I swear. It's like, it's just wild. It really is
Brain
just
dead morons. Like, I'll be real, Johnny, man. Like, he gets so much slander for his like mount takes and everything, but I can't, like, half the stuff he says is true. And people just don't listen to it because it's all just blurred in between the lines of either Mason Mount rants or just talks about minerals and shit like that. But for the most part, all he says makes sense. Everything he said about this whole issue with Ukraine and everything, it's made sense, and everything that he said has come up to be true. All of it. It's just fucking bollocks, man. Every single thing, but people read the news all the time, and it's just whatever the news tells you is the truth. Like, fuck it, it's bollocks, man. The only thing that's right about the news is the date and the time, and that's it. Everything else has just been twisted, or is a bullshit agenda, or is fake as fuck.
It's
But
like
people just listen to it anyway.
We say this. I say the same shit about sports media. Like, in order to generate stories, you have to do favors, and what that means is you have to speak about certain shit in a certain way so I look good. There are people who are making money off this conflict alone, not by having sides, just by the pure fact that there's some bullshit going on where it is right now. And so for people to
the government, they're literally making $3 billion.
exactly, like for people to sit here and act like it's nothing more to them but cash. Like the protection of your club from whatever threat you think is coming is not the reason they're doing this. They never liked Roman there in the first place.
They never
Everybody
liked
has
us
the
either.
and
Like,
they're like, yeah,
have you
that's
seen
too.
the stuff about our tickets finally coming out? And everyone's saying, oh, it's good that they've finally been able to go back and try and think about the fans. Bullshit if you think they thought about the fans. The only reason why we're even in this position where we can have fans going back to games is because we made it to the FA Cup semi-final, and the FA don't want to deal with the embarrassment of playing in front of a half-empty Wembley because of their bullshit sanctions.
There
So
it
they
is.
had to find a way around it, because they want to make profit as well. They're going to lose a lot of money if they can't sell 30,000 tickets, because God forbid Chelsea made the final. They tried wherever they could. Don't let fans go into the grounds, wherever they could try and do, and we still made it. So guess what? They had to let the fans in sparingly, and then they're going to act like they did it for us. Bullshit, man. The sanctions were there to try and force Roman to sell Chelsea within 3 weeks, and it was such bullshit sanctions that they had to go back on it, because Chelsea would have been dead in about 3 weeks, and they wouldn't have made a penny out of the club because it would have been bankrupted.
And it's one of the stupidest things I thought they could do if you want to sell or force him to sell. People, if you force people to sell while it's viably working through whatever type of conflict this is, that's more of a selling point than if you just say, yeah, this shit is gonna have to be rebuilt through, like, telling a business you can't be open for a day is damn near a death sentence, and it hurts them financially. It might be Chelsea, but still, what they're going through right now is hurting them financially, and they'll have to pay for it in some facet or form. All because the government, which I understand, I mean, again, my government is a bunch of pricks who don't know what the hell they're doing. So I kind of think that's the same with most governments. And so to entrust them with the idea of selling a $3 billion franchise at least, and one of London's, like I said, most high-priced real estate pieces of the market, like, it's just so dumb how they went about this entire situation.
Exactly. We want to sanction Roman Abramovich, even though we haven't allowed him into the country for 2 years. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna just stop everyone from being able to work for him. But what's a better punishment for the owner than making other innocent people unemployed?
Because that's
So
still the
stupid.
only
It's so
people
stupid.
who get hurt in all of these conflicts, even with the violence going on right now. It's not the government officials going over there with the bombs and the vest strapped to them. It's not fucking
it's
government
all
officials.
performatory stuff. Like, this country is the king of performatory gestures. If it's not fucking we stand by Ukraine, it's let's all just do a knee before the game and just not do anything else afterwards. Or it's fucking let's clap at 8 p.m. for the NHS, or have some dickhead in a boat spin around in support for the NHS, even though we'll still make them pay for their parking before they go to work every single day. It's a load of arse. This country is the biggest load of bullshit going. And then you speak to anyone about it, half the time they'll probably just tell you, go back where you came from, or some bullshit.
Yeah.
No one listens. Nobody cares. They just listen to whatever the government tells them. They'll bitch and moan about the government, then they'll listen to whatever they tell them to do next.
So
Sheep.
weird.
All of them.
So weird.
Absolute sheep.
Yo, who was the dickhead in a boat spinning around for the NHS? What was that? I missed that.
Did you not see that? You don't remember how we had to do that fucking 8 o'clock of Thursday?
Remember the clap thing? Yes.
I didn't clap, by the way.
Let me see if I can find this, because I'll probably be able to.
No, the funny thing as well is, like, they're doing they're doing all this stuff to Chelsea. First, first when I saw, it's like, what's even the point of doing this? Like, what are you trying to achieve? That, okay, Roman is gonna sell, but why are you trying to force people out of the job? Some people may actually need the job. Actually, you got to think about it as well, because maybe it's a part time to them,
Right?
Get extra money for themselves, for their families, and that. So pretty much, you kind of putting them at risk for them not having to look for a new job, because they're uncertain if they're even gonna be able to continue working there. And also, you got Bojo as well, talking about health and safety and that, but then doing parties and getting COVID. I always knew he's an idiot, but
This
That
was,
was for
this was
me,
in
it's like-
tribute to the NHS, by the way. Sorry, man.
No,
Carry on, Jess. Go on, carry on.
No, it's like I said, it's just bring any benefits to the fans of it. Like, if you want to do it to Roman, fair enough, but you didn't have to go as far as in there's a fucking people that work for the club and people who actually support the club wanting to go to the game. For them, it's people's lives. Like, we talk about mental health. For football for certain people is their mental health. They need it. Other than if they don't watch football, they're probably going to be stressing around. Maybe certain Chelsea fans probably need to watch Chelsea because without Chelsea, they feel like there's something missing in their life, which makes them feel like nervous. And that because there's many, I think everybody in their lives have something. Without it, they would feel they would feel empty or something is missing, and it would make them nervous. So it's like, I don't know. I just didn't. Obviously, I was laughing at the jokes that I saw on Twitter. Like, they were funny, but when I look at the video from an objective standpoint, what are you trying to gain from it? What is your objective? Like, are you trying to? You're not just hurting Roman. You're hurting a bunch of other millions of people who support the club.
No, fair deal. Fair, dude. Say exactly what you're saying, large about just letting Lewis and Eddie and Jez get things off their chest. Big up to One Rovers Vlog, says big up the paddle smashing it every time. I see you out here working hard as well, my guy, man. Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. Big up Daniel as well, who's a member of the channel. He's back from work. Hope we all good. Big up my guys. Big up to you. Hope you're blessed. You know what I'm saying? Someone asked the question. We'll go to you, Jez. Who's the most complete player in the NBA right now?
Most complete player in the NBA. Oof, that's a good question. But there's a lot of players out there. Most complete player. Let go. Someone else go because I actually gotta think about it.
Timo, you're up.
Devin Booker.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
What you say? What you saying? What you saying, Eddie?
No, I just didn't expect that from Timo.
Neither did I. I'm shocked. Who you got?
I would go Giannis. I think when I think about complete, I just think about, oh well, shit. It might not. It can't be Giannis. I'm sorry.
My
you know
thought.
what?
Go on.
I will go Jokic.
Okay.
Jokic is definitely true. There's so many. This is actually a really good question because there's so many players you can think of that, but then there's something missing. I think Jokic is definitely up there. I would put Kawhi there as well. Like, Kawhi is just defense, and the way he improved his overall game offensively is also really great. So I think Kawhi, Jokic is there. You can say on this day, Paul George is probably one of them as well, in my opinion.
I won't.
Yeah, we know you won't.
Yeah,
For me, it's tough. For me, it's tough. So that's why I can't really I need to watch more. Obviously, this is my first proper full season of watching basketball. We're talking about basketball, Snoop. No, that's Kessie. That's Barcelona's player. We're not talking football. We're talking basketball here. So yeah, I don't know. Well, Giannis was obviously one that sprung to mind. Of course, KD springs to mind. Devin Booker, who Timo mentioned, did catch me by surprise. Jokic as well.
Me too.
Yeah. But yeah, man. All right. Well, we're gonna close out the show, people. The Q&A will be back Wednesday night. It'll be back to regular schedule. So it'll be back Wednesday night, every Sunday night as well. It will be a member special. So I need to reach out to the members. That's why Timo's already here as well. Anyway, but the rest of the members who are, is it generals? Yeah, I think it's generals. So all the Sarcasm City generals will be on. If you want to join the membership, link is underneath in the description, people. It just helps support the channel further. However, if you want to support for absolutely free, just hit the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, if you're listening on one of the audio platforms, salute to you, and make sure you follow the SoundCloud, the Spotify, the iTunes, or wherever else you're listening to. Click that follow button on that platform. But we're gonna close out the show. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule. Let you know all the shows that are coming up. Like I said, 5 p.m. Mandem United. So I'll be with Ivorian talking all things Manchester United, and then later that night, big game, Lakers Pelicans. That watch along will be taking place. Eddie won't be here. Timo might not be here. I will be here though. That is one thing.
I'll be here because I'm here. I'm for the brand. You dig? I'm for the brand.
I appreciate that. I'm for the brand. I appreciate that.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Love to everyone who's locked in. We're probably going to run some GTA in about 15 minutes. So head over to the Twitch, people. We'll probably run some GTA.
Boy, I'm on it right now.
All right, so Eddie's over there. I think that everyone's on there, so we can run some heists because we got 4. So big up to everyone that's locked in. And this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube.